Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'll be talking about when things in our life hit a dead end. It must go. Okay? When people place the things that come into our life that does not help us to grow, it must go. Before I get into this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I drop a new video. Comment down below any takeaways and share with somebody in need. Why? Because it's bigger than us. If you're new to my channel, hey, how are you? My name is Tarisha Singleton and I'm a willing vessel for the kingdom of God. Listen, today, in a conversation I heard dead end. So Holy Spirit began to speak to me. Some things in our life have come to a dead end and it must go. I'm talking about them people, places, and things that no longer serves us, that's trying to take us back to our past, that's trying to take us back to Egypt. It must go. If you don't know what a dead end is, a dead end is the end of a road without exit. It is a position, situation, or course of action that leads to nothing further. All right? We have to trust God in our life. We cannot just be out here making our own moves because then we'll mess it all up. In Psalms 118 verse 8, it says that it is better to trust in the Lord than put confidence in man. Again, Psalms 118 verse 8 says, it is better to trust in the Lord than put confidence in man. All right? Know what God has for you. Know that God is pushing you in so many areas of your life. He is stretching you. But if you continue to have those people in your life that God tells you to release and let them go, then where he's taking you, he can't take you. You're going to be your blessing's going to be delayed and you're just going to be sitting there. Anything that's dead that need to be cut off is going to hold you back. It's going to keep you stagnant. And so God is telling us to release those things that's not of him, to let them go. Another word for a dead end is a blind alley. Some things in our life we have to let go. That means those relationships. It don't matter if you knew her since 3rd grade. It don't matter if you knew him since she was 4 years old. It doesn't matter. If they're stagnant, if they don't want to grow like you want to grow, if they're not trying to stretch your mind, and you the only one that's growing and self-developing, you gotta let them go, or they're gonna hold you back. And we have to continue to allow God to just push us and mold us. Because God have big plans for our life. He said, Jeremiah 29:11. So we have to allow him to continue to allow it to grow. But if you talk to somebody and they still see you as the person years ago that messed up and did all these other things and trying to bring up your past, they must go. It must go. If the conversation is not leading nowhere of growth, it must go. It must go. It's going to try to take you back. And we ain't going back. We're not going to go back to that same relationship. We're not going back to those same environments that took us back. No. We ain't doing that. We got to continue to keep going. Continue to put one foot in front of the other. Dead ends is another thing for red flags. Red flag. If they're trying to belittle you, if they're trying to belittle you, speak down on you, pull you down, and they can't see what God has for you now, it's time for you just to let them go. God gonna allow them to see what they can't see right now, eventually. But right now, we have to be okay with people not knowing our name, be okay with people not seeing the progress and the things we have that's going on in our life. It's okay. Because God gonna continue to develop us and mold us to the women and men that God needs us to be. So don't worry about that. If it's a red flag, you get out the way. You exit stage left. Because God got so much in store for you. But in order for him to stretch you, you got to allow him to be your GPS. Allow him to navigate you. When he say that it's time for you to drop them off, it's time for them to get off right here. Allow them to lead your life. Anybody that exit my life, Lord, I just want to say thank you for allowing them to exit my life. But I thank you for doing me a favor and for doing them a favor. Because now you're going to work on their life. Now you're going to mold them into the woman or the man that they need to be. You got to let God do his job. Things come to a dead end. That's it. That's it. The relationship cannot go further than that. The friendship cannot go further than that. God's saying this, it stopped right here. It stopped right here. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Is you'll continue to stay right here in the situation and not grow and not prosper like I have plans for you to do? Or are you gonna exit and allow that person to leave? I'm no longer begging. I'm no longer trying to hold people in my life that needs to leave, that want to be removed. The God's removing out of my life. Let them go. Let them go. Don't hold anything against them. Allow them to go. Because God going to make room for more kingdom connections in your life. And I thank God for the kingdom connections that's in my life. But when things come to a dead end, it no longer serves you. You have outgrew them. No, you're not better than them, but you have outgrew them. Outgrew your thinking has outgrew. You're no longer speaking their language anymore. And if they want to get where you at, they have to continue to grow. They have to continue to develop. They have to want change. They have to be willing to put one foot in front of the other. They have to be willing to say, you know what, I want to change. What I gotta do to draw closer to God? They gotta want to start put some type of effort into their life. But if they still doing the same thing, you gotta leave them where they at. It's up to you to make the action. Or it's up to you to take the action. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? When God showed you the red flag, he's telling you, warning, warning, red flag, red flag. A lot of times we go over the red flag and then later on we have to learn the lesson. But while you in it, you have to learn the lesson. But when you know that this ain't a conversation I wanna be in, don't allow it to keep going further. Know who you are and whose you are. You are a child of God. We're not talking to conversations or making conversations that's not going to grow us in our life. Making conversations that's not going to expand our mind. Like, if it's conversations that used to tickle your ears years ago, but it's not benefiting you in no way, it must go. It must go. Why? Because God is elevating. God is elevating us. In order for us to continue to go up, we gotta drop off the baggage. Right where it's at. Drop off the baggage and keep moving forward. All right. I just wanted to give y'all this message on today to let go of the dead ends. All right. If you see where it's going, end it. Don't keep going. Because you could be doing good now, and then you can keep them right there with you. And then eventually, you ain't going to go nowhere. You're going to be stagnant. And you wonder why I'm not going nowhere, why I'm not making no progress, because of the people you have around you. Get from around those people. Get from around those leeches. Get from around them. It ain't the people, it's the spirit. The spirit's in the people. But get from around them. Get around them. Because misery love company. So if you're around them, eventually it's going to suck you in. And you're going to be right there. And I ain't going back. I'm not getting sucked in. No, I'm not doing that. Because I know who I am and I know who I am. And I know that it's important for me to keep going. Why? Because it's bigger than us. Repeat after me. It's bigger than me. It's not just me. It's bigger than me. And so on today, we cutting off the dead ends. All right? Continue to move forward. Continue to push. And continue just to don't give up. Remember that God got better for your life. Remember, there's light at the end of a tunnel. There's light at the end of the tunnel, So don't throw in the towel. And when stuff is ending, when it no longer serves you, when it no longer satisfies you, no longer satisfy your flesh, it must go. Because now your spirit is being fed. That continue to feed our spirit daily. And that's something I have to work on, okay? Because we are all human, all right? We don't have time to be just relaxing and stuff like that. Yes, I can say things out my mouth, but I got to continue to put it into action. We got to continue to get up and move and speak over ourselves every day. We have something the world needs. As Coach Tyson always say, we have something that the world needs. So don't give up. Continue to push forward. Continue to keep going. And allow God to be your GPS. Allow him to tell you who to be with, who to connect with. When you leave a situation, when it comes to your mind, he's letting you know it's a red flag. Hear what they saying. Listen to them. And understand what people are saying. All right? This is the end of this video. I hope that it bless you. And I know you not leave the same way that you came. And listen.